Hello there everyone, my name's Ayumu Kagami, and this is Soda Dungeon, the PC. This game is free. I'm gonna show off a little bit of it, and my thoughts on it. I put a good amount of time into this game, and I figured what better time than right now to talk about it. Mostly because I thought about doing it, and I was all like, yeah man, let's do it. So with this game, you pick up a squad, and you can go from there. It's not too dependent unless you're like trying to go as far as humanly possible for what you want to do. With this game, you go through multiple levels to make progress, get gold. Once you've hit a certain threshold, you can do one of them resets that clicker games have, and go from there. So with this game, it does have a manual set of controls for it, where I can click attack, defender. I believe that's an item I have. No, that's magic. So I can go through with that. This is the item. Magic, defend, attack. Honestly, I have found it much better just to leave the auto on. It's not only an auto attack, so they attack mindlessly. I mean, they'll attack fairly mindlessly, but they try to take the best. I think it's a little loud right now, so I'll turn down the volume on it. Just give me one moment. But so it auto goes through, and it's as an idle game, it actually requires some attention to it, which is interesting. Because if I want to at any point in time, I can stop and manually control what the characters are doing. Most of the time, I will admit, I just let them do whatever they're doing. I don't really care. A lot of the times they pick the smarter move. Right here, the one with the blue hair, who's in this guy. He can heal. The game only auto heals when like an enemy can one-shot you, or potentially one-shot you, and it goes from there. To be honest, you should keep their health higher. If you want to min-max it like that, by all means, nothing's ever going to say you can't, but I personally, when I was playing it, I didn't care. This is absolutely one of those games where it's best to just like leave it in the background, have it going, playing, and whatever. The overall time I actually have in this game is like 22 hours or something crazy like that. I'm a big fan of the clicker style of games, something where I'm not too absorbed in, where like these type of games are perfect for talking with someone, watching shows or something like that. If you're watching a stream, like, these are good, you know, clicker games rule for these things, because it doesn't immediately take you out of it to the point of the game is unplayable if you're doing something else. But obviously that comes down to personal preference on them. And there are a lot of different, like, as you progress, you'll get different equipments. That's why you can see everyone has different equipments. Different equipment has different specs. I right now have it so it auto picks whatever the best armor is, because I'll be honest, I really don't care that much. It tries to, at the very least, auto pick the best possible outcome for the armor sets and move sets. There are times when, like, if there are 3 of them, it may not do the multiple attack thing. Sometimes, usually if it's 2, it won't do it, because the one attack of damage is hypothetically more than the combined attacks of damage. But overall, it's definitely not a bad game, especially with its price point is very generous. It's free, and if you want it like sitting up in the background, absolutely, it works out very nicely that way. I did take a break from playing this. I just stopped for a little while. There are a lot of things with the game, and once my characters die, this, I guess, would be a complaint about it. Your characters... let's just go. Oh, I turned it off. The characters... It goes until, like, everyone dies in your party. So, I probably should have gone back so far, because these are easier levels, just to grind up the money, so you can buy some of the other things in the game. So I really shouldn't have gone back this far. But the characters always change as you're going through it. These can be negative. I don't think I've actually gotten a negative one yet. So if a character dies, they're gone for good, but no character is like super important. You'll get more characters. These are not specific characters, it's only classes. Cleric, I don't know, Dark Mage, Crusader, Dark Mage, and Gambler, or Merchant, I think is what he's called. They have specific names. To be honest, it's a clicker game. I don't really care about their in-depth specifics on what characters what. I know that the mage is the mage. There are a couple different skin palettes, as you can see right here with like dark. This one has darker skin, and this one has lighter skin for the dark mage, or whatever they're called. But as you progress through it, the enemy variety gets more difficult. There are a couple different game modes in it. I might actually pause this recording and then just stick it in like a little bit later if everyone stays alive for too long, because these can run. If I went back to level 1, because of the cleric or white mage, whatever you want to call him, he can keep these guys alive for a long time. I think it's 2 mana or something. 2 out of that 87. That's what a heal is. 2 of it, yep. So, you can have more than one class, and it can, like, skyrocket you through the ranks, because your character's, like, if you can hit one of those fountains once, then, boom bam, your character's solid, you've gotten more mana back, and your character can keep fighting and killing everything like that. For the actual graphic aesthetic of it, it's quaint. I like it. I'm a big fan of 16-bit styles in games, so I'm definitely a fan of it. Partially, I'd like a little bit more detail in the characters, like the sprites for some of the bosses is fantastic, and I really like that. I understand that they're just characters. It's a little dull. When you start looking at like all the different classes, there's a very slight change in the character, and especially with armor and stuff, it becomes like even less of a change in what characters are, because you look at it and he's got, you know, his armor defines him more than his hair. It's just the head like changes, because armor, as you can clearly see right there, reclassifies what the character is wearing, and all that. We're actually just going to continue. You can avoid those if you don't want to go in them. To be honest, I don't want another heal. I'd like to see the characters go, so I can show you the next couple bits of it. So, not the most intensive gameplay out there, but it can be very fun. Seeing the sprites, like you have Winjin right there. Those are all very cool. I like how they can be like wildly different. Like we got crab people and all that. There are multiple status effects and everything. The poison, the swirlies, confusion, make it so the character is much more apt to miss an attack or something like that. And there's a lot to it. So as far as, and I'll do this because I usually talk about like clicker games, I kind of compare them much more than I try to compare other games. Like RPGs can all have like major differences to them, especially since there's the story alone. The story is kind of what defines an RPG, making them much more different, or potentially drastically different than other ones, or some kind of weird gameplay, or not necessarily weird, but different type of gameplay that changes it up. With this game, versus other clickers, this is more of an idle game than a clicker, kind of interchangeable terms, obviously, because, well, a lot of clickers become idle games, and I can manually control them, so I can click. But with it, the expanse on, like, the fact that there's, like, the different armor sets and everything, is really enticing to having just the different characters, because then you actually come up with your own strategies in it, in the closer to moment gameplay. Personally, what I found is having two mages, or medics, I think that class is actually called the medic, having two of them is better than having the other classes, excuse me, because of that just renewable source of health. Elsewise, there are items that can heal you, but those aren't nearly as reliable. The medic heals what his health is. So he has 209 maximum health. He will heal for 209 to every other character, as we've seen several times before. It's not even just to their maximum health. Obviously, it'll go up to their maximum or what his maximum is. And then going in, I can use more thought in this. The wand is good for magic attacks, because the heals are set, so it makes very little difference to the fact that I actually have the wand equipped. The game just goes on a tier system. Whether it is actually the most efficient weapon goes without it picks whatever the highest tier weapon is that you have, and what I have is the pixie wand, or whatever you want to call it. Not the best weapon for a physical attacking unit, but it helps their magic become much more powerful. So take it for what you will. You can manually, I believe, I'll have to check when we get out of this, I believe you can have the classes set up specifically, so you can have the medic gets this, the blah blah gets this. That became available a little bit later, that I would even need to really pay attention to it. So I wasn't too worried about it. Right there, unfortunately my medic didn't die, fortunately in the game, but unfortunately for the sake of, you know, I want to get out of this area quicker. When it starts coming closer to the boss, some of the bosses can be much more deadly, which is why I like to have two medics, because one, if one dies, I have a backup. That's always a good thing. And two of them got hit and got taken down. The next attack they can do could wind up taking out the character. The set progression in the dungeons is very, well, it's not really progression, but it's always like a 2, 3, 4 boss, so not the most enticing. Obviously, with these types of games, you can min-max them more, and I typically min-max games, or, well, clicker games, much more. I try to, at least, getting the best benefit out of it. Just, I like doing it. For this game, though, I just let the game take care of it, because I don't really care. It is what it is. If the characters do better, fantastic. If they do worse, fantastic. I'll just click to restart a level immediately. Anyway, with the equipment you get, you actually have to get a full set for each character. Well, I'm sorry, a full set, meaning like, I just got an ashen armor. If that is the best armor available to me at the time, I need 5 of them to fully equip my characters. There are a couple other game modes in this, with like a varying degree of, I don't really mean difficulty, but difficulty. Some of the characters, or some of the areas go easier versus some of them that are more difficult. Just strictly comes down to, some of them, there are some specials where you can only have so many characters, like you can have 3 characters, so obviously then you can't have 2 medics. Well, you can, but then, you know, you might not be really dishing out the damage you want to dish out, or whatnot. So this is a good example of like how the medic can keep your team. Also, my team would have been wiped a long time ago if I did not have the medic class. So, you know, it adds that kind of extra fun of it, as in I have to, you know, use my noodle and pick which class is going to be better, which one is going to be more effective. As you can see right here, like we got pushed very close. The medic can't fully help you, but we're going to come back from it unless these enemies can really take us down. Which, fingers crossed, they do. If this goes on for a little bit longer, I will cut the video and we'll come back where we can go from there. It's kind of a steep fall once you have gotten to the point where you can't like as soon as you lose like one party member, your team starts to kind of fall apart, just because you're not doing much damage anymore. They're able to hit you much more, and resources start getting drained. These are obviously, the longer the path is on these, the more resources wind up getting drained away. I can't do any of my magic attacks but the heal, so it's very easy for my party to get wiped now, because the confusing stuff that has been saving me so much hassle has been mitigated, and we might actually not even make it past this boss. So, kind of like the Final Fantasy games, there's a lot to it. You can't run forever in a dungeon without healing items to bring back your mana and everything, and we don't have those. I think they are in the game, but it's like much later in a specific run. I just haven't gotten one. Like right there, that's a healing item. He healed 47. These enemies do like 91 damage. 47, literally, it's like more efficient to just attack the character. Oh man, we got our health back. So, the party, it can get much more dramatic. The party can get fuzzed up. If 3 attacks, like, just targeted the medic, then I think they could wipe out my party. Like right there, that was 120. So, you know, that one's dead. When a character dies, it just leaves gold on the ground. I don't believe you actually lose any money, because you either finish the entirety of a run or you die. So death is not like actually a major punishment in this, as it can be in other games, because kind of half the point of this is death is common. And like I said, that the more party members you lose, obviously like with any of these games, the more party members you lose, the more difficult it becomes. Because, well, I'm running out of mana. I only have 9 heals left on my character. So, the more, like this, killed my medic. We might not actually even make it past this because, well, both characters weren't put to sleep, but sometimes they will make stupid decisions like that right there. It is his most damaging move, but at the same time, attacking an enemy guaranteed is much smarter, so you learn the classes more and more. There's all the loot that you get. Half of it's garbage. Essence is something we'll talk about right here. This is another extra game mode that you can do, and this is as well. This is 3v3 tournaments. This is taking on, but it costs essence. Well, that's to move ahead. So this is to get essence, which is used to upgrade these. These are permanent upgrades on them. So the perk systems. This game does have financial things in it, but I've had to use literally none of them. So I guess it's like if you just want to boost your character up, you can. As with all these games, no ads, but so I believe this is initially like a mobile version. This is maxed out because it doesn't have it. So you can spend money on these things. You don't have to, you just got to put the time into it, and you get all these bonuses. For the actual characters, they're done via sodas. You have to buy it, elsewise the character will not appear. And I have all of these ones bought, and then there are the VIPs, which are much more expensive. As you go through it, you do start to lose. Like when you do a reset, you actually lose what you had. Nice thing is liquidates. This is everything that you'd have 5 of it or more, then you can get rid of it. Like, so that we have 5 of these. So if we had any extras, it'll get rid of them. We aren't using this, so like I can get rid of one of these. I can actually get rid of both of these. I don't usually use magic attacks, so you can go through with it. Pick, so you can min-max it more or less. So we actually got Ashen Armor, not Demon Armor. Or did we get Demon Armor? Well, whatever. They have different stats. Like this actually reduces your mana pool. This increases your mana pool, gives you the health, the shields and everything. Do the same, like -5 to your actual damage, but you get 25 mana, so it can be very effective. More gold earned, whatnot, so you can min-max it and all that stuff. But that's neither here nor there. So this is this is sort of whatever. I don't remember the title. And this is like what all the classes look like. So we actually have not seen these ones. We need Fury X Extreme and Void Cola. So we actually have not seen these ones, but those are the different characters. They all have different effects. Fury Extreme, soda. No, so we go to VIP is, yeah, Fury Extreme. We actually need this. Stronger characters, you go through it and you have to buy them. These ones, I think these ones stay in between levels, so like once I buy this, I think I've always got it, but I might like these ones, they stay, just these don't go down. I believe actually all of these do, but anyway, neither here nor there. Thank you very much for watching this video. It did run a little bit longer, but I wanted to show you like how you can min-max it, or you can literally just put your character like at the very end. The gold cost is minimal. Kill one enemy in here and we're good to go. So I can start here, so I have fresh characters, but you're going to get less gold because you had to progress less and whatnot. So, and I've reset the game. This is my time having the game open. I've reset the game 4 times, and when you reset it, it gets you the bottles, and it also gets you one of these. These are for specific characters. These are the early game characters, which is kind of stupid, in my opinion, personally, because... like this is the Soda Junkie. It's the level 1 class. Why would I waste points on it? You've already gotten like far beyond that in classes, so I don't care about this personally. We'll up it, and then it goes to attack, HP and MP per level, but not really a big deal. I don't care about it. Shouldn't have actually spent that one. Oh no! I'll just level up all these. But it is what it is. Thank you very much though, everyone, for watching. It means a lot. I appreciate it sincerely. If you enjoy these type of videos, leave a like down below. Give me comments on other games you want me to do reviews on, and make sure you subscribe to catch all what other kind of videos we're doing. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.